They are on commercial break. I don't know who won yet. I'm watching this real time. Mauricio Herrera, who is 23 and 7 versus Jesus Soto Karass, who is 28, 11 and 4. ESPN Friday night. It's 11:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, August the 4th. Mauricio Herrera needs a win because he is 3 and 4. Let me check to be sure. He is 3-1. He lost to Danny Garcia. Damn it. He lost to Danny Garcia in a fight that he was supposed to win. He won against Johan Perez. That was on the undercard of Kamagai versus Robert Guerrero, or Robert Guerrero versus Kamagai. He lost to a Jose Benavidez in a fight that I felt he should win, and if I'm correct, I'm in a majority that felt he should have won. A controversial, cut decision over Henry Lundy. Then he lost to a very good, who hasn't fought since then, Frankie Gomez, and that was over a year ago. He lost to a Pablo Cesar Cano, and people were like, okay, all right, he's done. But then he came back and bounced back in a win, against this crazy veteran dude, Hector Velasquez, and I believe I've seen him fight before. Let's see who won this fight. In my opinion, very, very hard fight to score. This is real time. So I think I have to watch the fight over again because I don't want to say I felt Herrera won, even if I do feel that he won because I am a heavy supporter. But I want to make sure I give Jesus Soto Karass.
Plenty of highlights for tonight. So let's take a look at what we saw in our main events. For one,
listen to this.
Both guys waiting to get an opportunity to do what? To do what they do best.
Okay, but we're waiting for them to read the cards. But let me say this. Soto Karass, so he is 3 and 4 in his last 7 fights. But Soto Karass is 2-4 and 1. God damn it, I'm confusing myself. Soto Karass is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 2, 4, and 1 in his last. Oh, let me pause this. In his last 7, with wins over Selçuk Dean, Andre Berto, losses to Marcos Maidana, Keith Thurman, Devin Alexander, and Yoshihiro Kamagai. Those are some tough losses. But also, I feel that just on this level, since these guys are fighting at 147 pounds, it's hard to say that these guys can still compete at 147 pounds, or even, Herrera has grown out of 140. At 147, it's just hard to say, but this is a stepping stone and kind of a career match of sorts for both of these fighters, even though right now it's paused because of the punch stats are up. So let me read the punch stats for you. Thrown punches for Mauricio Herrera, 756, landed 189. 810 landed for Jesus Soto Karass. He threw more, but landed just 6 less at 183. When it comes to the jabs now, Mauricio Herrera is known, to be like a jabbing type fighter. 442 to 239. Soto Karass is a pressure fighter, power puncher. And, El Maestro, Herrera is supposed to be the teacher. 121, 314, it's power punches. And Soto Karass, of course, we have the power punching advantage in 571 to 134. Now, if you go look at the Danny Garcia fight, you can see that's where a lot of controversy was, too, on the punch stats, because I don't remember, but if I'm correct, Herrera pretty much was winning that fight just off of, jabs. But let me unpause this and let's listen to this.
Over 1,500 punches thrown. Look at Soto Karass's power punches. 571.
Back to killing me. Big ass pillow.
We talked about the jab of Mauricio Herrera. 442 punches. So we'll see. Did they lock the boxing style of Herrera or the pressure of Soto Karass? Pablo Flores has a decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a big round of applause for these two warriors. Great fight tonight.
Don't be surprised if this shit's a draw.
And Mauricio Herrera. And after 10 rounds of boxing, we go to the judges' scorecards. Both judges, Pat Russell and Fernando Villarreal, have scored the same, 96-94. Jerry Carduja scores it 95-95 even. For your winner, by the way of majority decision, Riverside, California, Mauricio, Maestro.
And I'm still going to go back and see if I'm still going to go back and watch it again. And Herrera's not that old. He's 37.
Herrera finally gets a decision, 96-94. There's no losers tonight.
And he usually don't get decisions in close fights.
Yes, they did, and it's what we expected.
Well, some fans are disappointed that Jesus Soto Karass did not get the win, but both fighters are in there deserving of another fight because they gave it their all.
I wonder if they're going to do
disappointment for Jesus Soto Karass, and we invite you to join us tomorrow night because
I wonder if they're going to do a post-fight interview with I would have loved for them to do a post-fight interview with Mauricio. But they're going to Sports Center. Nope, they're not going to do a post-fight interview. So, I mean, now this is a good, foundation for Mauricio Herrera because at one point in time, he was one of the most avoided fighters at 140 pounds. Now, that he's got a solid win, maybe he can get some of them younger fighters, that wouldn't fight him before to possibly fight him now because of, they may think like, oh, shit, he's slipping. But at the same time, he is Mauricio Herrera, and he did or should have beaten Danny Garcia. So maybe doors will open up for him now that wasn't open up before. You see what I'm saying? Especially since you got Golden Boy working with Al Heyman fighters, on a certain scale right now. For example, you're seeing Turiano Johnson fighting on PBC on FS1, and he's a Golden Boy fighter, if I'm correct. Still, he's a Golden Boy fighter, if I'm correct, right? So, now Mauricio Herrera can get his foot back into that door and work his way up to possibly getting a title shot again if he still has it, especially in this 147-pound landscape. Can you imagine him in there right now with Errol Spence? Some shit like that? No, I'm not saying it would happen because first, Mauricio Herrera has got to get ranked. But remember, Soto Karass' last opponent, was Yoshihiro Kamagai. Yoshihiro Kamagai is fighting Miguel Cotto for the WBO 154-pound title. And Mauricio Herrera, even though he may have what people call, a term called a lot of city miles, a lot of stop-and-go draft traffic on him, but he's only 37 years old. He may seem like this veteran that's been around for a long time, but what is this? His 31 fights. He's only had 31 fights. It's just that he's been in these wars and on the bad end of many decisions, if you really look at it. I believe he lost to Kareem Mayfield. Ruslan Provodnikov, okay, he did get that win. Danny Garcia was controversial. He could have lost that Johan Perez fight. He should have won, in my opinion, that Jose Benavidez fight, even though he got the win, on paper against Hank Lundy. That was controversial. And then I'm going to go back and watch this Soto Karass fight where these are the type of fights that, from a pattern, Mauricio Herrera could have lost and could have been done. You see what I'm saying? So now it's about, well, he's at 147. He's been at 147 for 4 straight fights now. Now it's about, is he going to, try to pursue, a title shot? You even have the possibility of maybe a Lucas Matisse versus a Mauricio Herrera. Can you imagine that? Is that still a somewhat appealing fight for like an undercard or maybe the main event on like an HBO? I would be down for that. But now time to get to some Showbox on T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. Shout out to Mauricio Herrera. Now you have to wonder, where does Soto Karass go from here? Because he's still relatively young. He just look old. He's relatively young. He's 34. So where does he go from here? Because now he is 2-5-1 in his last, 8 fights. But if you look at the losses, once again, Marcos McDonough, Andre Berto, Keith Thurman, Devin Alexander, Yoshihiro Kamagai, Mauricio Herrera. You know, those are some good names if you're going to lose to anybody to lose to. Those are big fights. Anyway, Tissue Controversy. This is Tissue Controversy Live. I cover every single major fight live. Please subscribe. All links to my social media right down below in the description box.